I don't want you to just watch and learn from me and not take any action.
Who is Dan Lok? Dan Lok.
And there's one diagram that Dan drew out in front of me that still to this day, it really stuck on me. So for those of you, imagine a funnel, okay? In a typical online funnel, you have the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, right? It goes down and you have little people out. Travis talked about the funnel in yesterday's section. Now, we all are thinking, well, we got to build a funnel, a funnel, funnel, funnel. They got to go from top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. Then Dan, this completely blew me away when he actually drew this out. That's the traditional way, which is work. It's needed to work, right? That's how you actually drive revenue. But then nowadays, it's kind of changing up. What's happening is that people don't go linear. They go segue. So Dan, can you actually talk a little bit about that? Because that diagram, it gave me a huge aha moment. Even being an entrepreneur for a decade, I was like, holy crap. That moment, I was like, it's a light bulb moment for me.
Yes, because first of all, I think most people, they spend way too much time just generating sales. And yes, in the beginning, you need to generate sales. That's important. But simultaneously, what I recommend is don't forget building a brand. Social capital is building a brand versus just making sales, both, right? So think about funnel, like what Fred was describing, like that typical, right? What I'm saying is people don't go through like that anymore. So example, so I'm going to take you back in the direct mail days, right? How I got started with my mentor. Back then, you would, let's say, run a newspaper ad. And for some, I know for the young people, you don't know what is a newspaper, Dan? The stuff that you read, on a piece of paper, right? News, where you get news. And we will run this small ad, and let's say from there, they would actually call a toll-free number to get a free report. They'll leave their address, and we'll send them a free report. They read the free report, and there's some kind of offer there, right? It's kind of that from a display ad to direct mail to an offer. Now the problem now with social media, not the problem, but that's what's happening, is people don't operate like this. So here's what, think about is this how you operate as well. Let's say Fred is running an ad, right? And that's interesting, talking about how to start an e-commerce business. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, but maybe I don't click on it first, right? And finally, I'm like, okay, I'll click on it. I go to the landing page, and it's like, oh, that's interesting, but now I'm not gonna opt in. I'm gonna think about it, right? And then maybe I would go to, but I'm curious about Fred as a person. So I go to the website, check out, okay, who is he, right? Or maybe I want to see his LinkedIn profile, right? Or I want to see if there's any YouTube video that he's made that talks about how to start an e-com business, right? I want to know a little bit more about how his philosophy, right? So people don't go linear like that. They bounce. We all bounce, right? Or maybe I go to Amazon to check if Fred's got a book, which he does, right? Like I would do that. We all do that. So it's never a linear like that anymore. It's bounce, and this period of time, they might do this whole thing in a matter of month. They might do the whole thing in a matter of 10 minutes, right? If they like what you do. So think about if they see your ad, but then they go to YouTube, there's nothing there. They go to your website, there's nothing there, right? Oh, is there a podcast? There's nothing there. Instagram, very little content. Suddenly now they're thinking, I don't know about this person. It seems to be a little bit questionable, right? I don't know, right? Versus, let's take a different scenario, okay? Someone searching for Fred again. They would see same thing, and now they go to Amazon. Oh, Fred's got a book. You know what? Maybe I'll invest in a book first. Let me get a Kindle version, right? I'm reading. Oh, that's interesting. I finished the book in a few days. That's interesting. And then maybe I want to check out some of Fred's video right there, right on YouTube. Okay, I'm checking. Oh, that's nice. I think Fred really knows what he's talking about. It makes sense and paid traffic. Like he knows his subject very well, right? Well, let me connect with him on LinkedIn, right? I have some questions to see, if he could help me with my business, right? And there I connect with Fred on LinkedIn. I added him, right? Now we made the connection, right? And I will see some of his article. That's interesting. I'm still not ready, right? But then a month later, I see another retargeting ad from Fred talking about maybe a webinar. That's interesting, right? Let me jump on that. And then once I click on that and say, oh, there's actually a course that I could purchase. You know what? I think now after reading the book, after consuming some content and connecting with Fred on LinkedIn, I'm ready now. Boom, and I make a purchase. That's how we all buy now. The question is, you don't need to be like dominating all the platforms, but you need to be on it so people could connect with you. They want to connect with you. Here's the biggest difference. Before, as an entrepreneur, we can market the way that, hey, here's how as a company we want to communicate with you. That table has flipped, right? Now it's consumers want to consume your content just like Netflix, right? They want to binge watch, they could. They want to connect with you when they want to connect with you, how they want to connect with you, whatever platform they choose. We don't choose. So the more places you have, more entry points that you have for them to connect with you, the higher the probability that they will do business with you. But if you've got none of that, then maybe your competitors are already on there. Then it puts you in a huge disadvantage because maybe they were thinking about doing business with you. Let's say Fred doesn't have a YouTube channel, right? He doesn't have a book. I see the ad. I'm like, yeah, I want to learn more. I go to YouTube, nothing, right? I want to go to Amazon, nothing. The website is only a landing page. I don't know. I'm not so comfortable with that. And people are thinking, right? They do their research. So that's my recommendation. It's different now. So it's not this, it's this. It bounces. So I want to be on all those. I have enough content for someone to consume for like years without ever transacting, right? They want to transact, they want to do business when they want to do business, which is fine. I've got 1,000 videos. I've got, 200-300 episodes of podcasts. I've got so much stuff, right? So much stuff. And it's okay. That's what you want. You want to use your social media to build the relationships without spending back then it's one-on-one coffee time. Now it's this, right? This conversation I'm having with hundreds of people. That's the power of technology. And we cannot ignore it. We cannot ignore it.